Uh, Yo, what is up? This is our first official podcast. As I say, we're gonna try to figure out how to do this. But we finally got the point. I'm GCC, and I'm with my boy Lil Drum Justice. Say what's up to the peeps, my brother.
What it is?
Well, halfway in this podcast, we might have not one, but not two, but three guests. The one of us optional. Well, we'll speak on that stuff later on in the podcast. But this first topic is going to be about the main thing that's been happening in 2020 and a little bit of this year. The coronavirus. Jonathan, how are we preventing this? And how are we avoiding getting the coronavirus?
Well, we got vaccines from the FDA. We got people double masking, putting masks on 6 feet apart, social distancing, quarantining themselves. And bro, we doing such a nice job.
Yeah, 2020 was a horrible year. We lost literally 500,000 people.
Disgusting.
Yeah. It said that the total coronavirus deaths was way worse than the World War II deaths. That gene was massive. So now, since that's been dying down, are you happy when we end up getting out of this quarantine and coronavirus mess?
Yeah.
And what's the reason for that?
Wait, what was the question?
I said, are you happy that this coronavirus stuff's gonna be over?
Oh yes, bro. I'm so happy when this thing will be over, bro.
Yeah, man.
I just want to go outside, bro.
I want to go to see my own people, my own friends, in person instead of being virtual. Like, come on, man. When can you ever catch a break?
No, man. When can we actually catch a break, bro? Man, we just kids, man. We just want to
here's the problem with the coronavirus. Even though it's dying down, there's still Karens out there don't even want to put on their mask.
I just don't want to put nothing on.
Yeah, we call them the Karens. If y'all don't know what Karens is, y'all need to go look at TikTok. Even though I don't have TikTok, I just hear it trending. Well, Jonathan, you got a story. Is there any stories about this Karen with this mask and stuff that involves the coronavirus mask? We got grocery Karen, we got courtside Karen, we got coronavirus Karen.
How about you tell the story I told the story twice in a row.
Well, it was this lady. She wanted to go grocery shopping, but she didn't want to put her mask on. So, one of the employees told her that you can't come in unless you have your mask on. And then the Karen decides to start yelling. And then, the employee got this manager. And then the manager comes and says, the rules are rules, man. We cannot have no people in this store unless you have a mask on. Well, that didn't happen. They end up fussing and getting into a way verbal, personal altercation. Then the cops had to get called. And then guess what? She gets arrested. How do you feel about that? How is this possible? And how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that Karen that tried to spoil the whole earth?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's right, but everyone deserves a second chance. Even though it's the most stupidest thing ever. So that's the only thing I got to say about that.
Well, Before we go to our next topic, we're gonna have to take a moment of silence for 15 seconds because this week we lost 15 people. The Earth lost 15 people in this crash, which is in southeastern California.
Alright.
And all 15 people was in an SUV and got hit by a big truck, the truck, like warehouse trucks. Well, forget that. So now we have to take 15 seconds of, silence just to remember these 15 people that lost their lives.
The prophet Nathan says to David that because you have done this deed, first of all, look at how God has blessed you. He delivered unto you a home and the house of your master. In other words, your predecessor, Saul.
All right. Rest in peace to these 15 victims. And us, bro, podcast will give our condolences and prayers to the loved ones of the fallen victims in that deadly crash. So now, next topic is, virtual learning. What do you think about virtual learning, my boy?
It's not fair to everyone that has to go out there and look. I'm not even gonna say that. It's kind of a 50-50 type of deal because you got parents that want their kids to go, with their friends, but they don't want to end up losing their kid to the coronavirus. But also they want the kids to go. They don't want the kids to go. Wait, no. They want the kids to go so they can
stop being with technology every day.
Yeah. And so it's like a 50-50 situation. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one, man.
And it's just kind of not even fair. So I don't even know.
So how you feel about us two people? Yes, we're teenagers. If you didn't know. But how do
you
you
sound like grown men?
But how you feel about the people that decides to go back to school on April?
Well, they can do whatever they want to do. It's their decision. The only thing I gotta say, make sure y'all wear a mask. Make sure y'all wear a mask and
stay
6 feet away. Make sure y'all keep a nice personal bottle of hand sanitizer before you shake someone's hand.
And wash your hands. That's the problem. Your hands. People don't be washing their hands, man.
Like there's some people over here going to the bathroom not even washing their hands. That's disgusting.
And then this is another topic which was recent.
No, that one.
The NASA. NASA just accomplished. Yeah, NASA.
The NASA, Walter.
Sorry, but NASA.
What about it?
They did probably the most memorable thing we will never forget.
Not really. They've already done it like twice, but
anyway. True, they did it twice.
They've done it more than 12, twice.
One here. So now the rover reached Mars again. And this time there's people that's involved that went to Mars too. Especially a childhood cancer survivor. You have to clap that up, man. You have to clap that up.
Hope this is recording.
But how do you feel about that? Repeat. How do you feel about, what NASA did that involved the rover going on to Mars? Do you think they should do it again?
No. Like, you mean like take a human up to space that haven't had that much real training? No, but them doing it again to figure out if we have any extraterrestrials on Mars, yes. I just don't really like the idea of putting a literal person that hasn't had training for like 10 years going up to space. Because trust me, anywhere I would be that's not Earth, I would be scared out of my mind. But not gonna lie, I would want to see what it feels like in zero gravity in space.
Well, imagine if everyone in this world finds out that we are going to end up living on Mars. What will your reaction be?
Well, one, I don't really see us going on Mars. Like us going on Mars because it's very hot. Wait.
True, due to volcanoes, due to volcanic activity there.
Yeah, and since we're such a big planet, we're basically just blocking out. Well, I don't really know that, to be honest. I'm surprised that little drum they sent up is actually still there and not melted. So that means we must be able to get up there. So I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out in the future. Because I know we're going to end up having a hotel in the future to the Mars. They're going to call it the Mars Motel.
Well, Jonathan got one topic, and I will say it myself. And this involves the YouTuber Nikocado Avocado. If y'all are,
Nikocado. No, do that again. It's Nikocado avocado.
Nikocado Avocado. My bad.
Yeah.
My apologies. But y'all may be familiar with him, with the collaboration with my boy Zach Choi. Shout out to him.
Hopefully he gives us a sponsor.
So, y'all did tell us what's going on with Nikocado Avocado.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything about your what you're saying, but never mind. Anyway, as you guys don't know, he's a mukbanger. He basically a mukbanger is like someone who like talks while they eat food. Basically,
Dude.
Why?
Everyone knows what mukbangers are.
Bruh, I'm just trying to say in case we have some audience people that don't know what it is.
True.
That's what you gotta be doing in these things, bro. How dare you interrupt me?
Sorry.
Anyway, he's a mukbanger. He eats food for money, which, not gonna lie, sounds like my type of job. So basically, he has this relationship with his husband, Orlin, and like, it's just so funny. Like, I know it's not right to have a bad relationship, but God, it's just too funny. And this man like broke up with Orlin like more than 10 times on his channel, and he's still together. Like, I don't understand that. Anyway, so basically he eats a large amount of food. And when he first started YouTube, he was skinny stick, like really skinny. And I'm over here just like, what happened? It's like after every video and after he started getting, I wouldn't say getting used to new foods, he would like, yeah, getting used to new foods, he would like just get bigger and bigger. And I'm over here just trying to like figure out like what is going on. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, how? Anyway, so he has like 4 different channels. And so
Want me to say them?
Huh?
You want me to say them?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
It's actually, it's 4.
God, he just made a video. Bruh, the video he just made, it's called 20,000 Calorie Mozzarella Stick Challenge. Mukbang.
Whoa. That used to, well, I feel like he stole that from another person that we all know that's known for doing that.
No, he didn't steal that from someone, Walter.
Or probably he borrowed.
Oh, look who just walked in the room. Someone that wants to be in a podcast. But not right now.
Sorry.
I will, after this one, we might. Anyway, we're going to have a guest speaker. Let me get back to the thing. He has, I think 4. He has Nikocado Avocado. Then he has Nikocado Avocado 2, 4. He has Nikocado Avocado. And Nikocado Avocado 4. I'm surprised this man don't got a 3 and 2. I don't even know. He has more Nikocado. Like, how many accounts do you need for just one YouTube channel? And it'll be different if he had this YouTube channel, different YouTube channels, and he made different content for each one. But no, he just has the same exact thing. And I'm just appalled from this. I'm just wondering like what's going on.
Hold on. Well, shout out to Flight Reacts. He just got his daughter, his first ever daughter.
This man got
Now,
a TikTok.
this man Flight Reacts. He got a TikTok now.
No, I'm talking about nikocado avacado.
Yeah, he got a TikTok too.
Oh my god. No, I'm not even gonna look at this.
Anyway, shout out to Flight Reacts. His daughter has been born yesterday, March 2nd, 2021. J. June White is officially born. Shout out to him, bro. I hope you have a successful life with your own daughter, and he's a future WNBA player. And now let's go. Still be on the topic of nikocado avocado. Okay.
Bro, this is comedy. Like, literally. Okay. Nah, if you guys don't know what nikocado avocado is, I keep I keep saying just too much. I was just gonna say, listen.
If y'all don't know who Mr.
Oh,
Avocado is, you must be living under the rock. I know you're not watching.
I'm not watching.
Bruh, we're on a podcast, man.
I know we're on a podcast. I was just doing it so they can hear what this.
Oh.
You know how in the podcast they always be like how they always like say or like show like a video. Like, true. You said.
Sure.
If y'all want to look at his stop it. Anyway, if y'all want to look at his TikTok account, we'll put it in the description down below so you can see his Patreon and TikTok and whatever other stuff he has. And Instagram. Oh, now these are his channels. He has nikocado 1, nikocado 2, nikocado 3, more nikocado, and Noodle King. So if y'all want to follow those channels,
why is the people calling Noodle?
I don't know, because the only thing he's been like, even though it's called King Noodle, he doesn't just eat noodles there.
Exactly. So delete that channel.
I don't even know why I'm even like. This is the one where he eats like a bunch of exotic foods. Like he's what? This is when he was this is when he started to become like skinny and stuff. Oh, this was his transition to super skinny to almost fatness. So yeah, next topic, because I know everyone just like we already know about
this topic is going to involve with the guests. So what you like, Jonathan?
So we got two choices. Would you want the same guest from last time, or you want a new guest?
We should do the same one. We're gonna do an interview with her tomorrow with the other guests.
We might actually. I might have to ask my cousin. Can she come over tomorrow and ask her? Can she? Yeah. So give me a second.
Sorry, inconvenience, but he's getting the guest prepared.
So we need you to tell us.
But first, let me introduce the guest.
I can't hear the interview.
Official guest of this podcast. Welcome in, Miss Janice Justice. Welcome to the podcast.
What's the question?
So, first question: how are you doing today?
Yes, how you doing? Yes, how you doing?
I'm well. I am well. Thank you so much for inviting me to this broadcast podcast this evening. I'm so happy to be your invited guest.
Well, this first one to start off. How did you think about this pandemics and how it affect like school and stuff, school and the world?
Well, this pandemic has really taken us by storm. It was really something that was unexpected and something that we had never seen before. So it was quite an adjustment for everybody. As far as school is concerned, my first reaction was so shocked that we even had to be out of school for this long. As of March 16th would have been 1 year that we walked out of the doors. And so it has really been a true adjustment to the new normal.
Well, first we gotta give you props because you've been a teacher.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
She's been there for Norfolk Public Schools for more than 20 years.
Yes.
How does it feel about being the department chair of the science department?
Well, that is a very interesting question. I always like to think that a good leader is also a good servant. And my role, even though I lead the department chair, I like to think that I serve those who work under me or with me. And so I want to make sure that everybody in my department has all that they need, or all that they need, not only need, but want, and try to mentor those teachers to be the best teachers they can be.
Well, how does it feel about teaching the students and getting them used to like education? Because we know how some students be. They don't want to do this, they want to do that. But when they have you, what does that affect in the classroom when they are around you?
Well, I try to find the good points out all students. I think that, as students, you have to remember that they are people too. And just as we have feelings, so the students have feelings. And so even though we teach them the concepts of science in my particular field, we also have to remember that they are a person. And so we try to teach in a holistic realm where we just don't teach for educational purposes, but we also teach and try to inspire and encourage and care for our students as a human being, because you cannot teach anybody who do not know first that you care for them.
Oh, okay. Got some inspirational stuff in the thing. Okay. So how does it feel like, being around Norfolk Public Schools? And how does it feel like, do you feel like, Norfolk Public Schools is like family to you? And you're, you know,
Well,
sit-
go ahead. I'm
but-
sorry.
no, you can go. I was about to say something, but I was
Well, it feels familiar because I've been there for so long. I went to school there as a child. I went to Maury High School. I'm alumni of Maury High School, and I'm a byproduct of Norfolk State University. But Norfolk, being there for 20 years, it feels almost like if you ever had a good pair of shoes, and even though you got a new pair of shoes, those old pair of shoes are the best shoes you could ever have. And that's what Norfolk feels like to me, a good pair of shoes that you just want to hold on to.
Hmm. Any inspirational message to the people?
Well, my audience today, I would like to say that uh, always move forward. Don't let anything get you down. You're going to have your good days, you'll have your bad days, but you always want to persevere and press forward. And I always say that no matter what the day brings, you can always find a bright day to focus on, and don't stay wallow in disappointments, because things will come and go, but you stay focused and you will get where you want to be.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure y'all be hearing that too. Y'all hear the message. Try to make you have a successful life.
Yes, yes.
Oh, here's another question. So, how does it feel about, time being changed? How does it feel about like virtual learning to you?
Ooh, that's a big question. That's a loaded question right there. Um, I feel that virtual learning has been a eye opener as well as a microscope of what is actually going on in the world. It allowed parents to get to know their children. It allowed children to get to know their parents. It allowed teachers to get to have another aspect of how to teach in our ever-changing world of technology. And so even though it was a challenge, and even though it was something that we had to adapt to, I can say that good things came out of it, as family members come together, as teachers come together, as we learn to hone in our skills and sharpen our skills as teachers, because I think that virtual has made us better teachers, so that now that we're more adaptable to things changing. So I think the skills that we've learned at home, we will definitely take those skills back with us in the classroom.
Well, I wouldn't call y'all good teachers, but I would call y'all greatest teachers.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you
What
for
was your
recognizing.
and also what was your reaction when you saw that, when you heard about the vaccines, and that virus is dying down?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Walter. I wasn't too. I was hoping that we get a vaccine, but as a scientist, we know that it takes 20 years for um, us to trial and error to make sure a medicine is safe. And even though we did not take 20 years to make the vaccination to have data to know that it's safe, I'm glad to say that we have something so we can move forward. I hope that there will not be any side effects that we know about in 20 years. So it was a little hesitancy for us to take the vaccine, but I'm confident in knowing that the CDC and those people who developed the vaccine has done everything they could to possibly do to make sure that it is safe. And so as we move forward, we just hope that as we move forward, that there will not be any side effects that will come down through the years.
Okay. Well, that is all for the speaker guest. Thank you for coming to the podcast as our first official one, and congrats for being our first official guest.
Well, thank you so much. I feel so honored not only to be on your broadcast, but also to be your first guest. And I hope that I will be considered a friend of the broadcast, and hopefully I'll be able to come back to see you all again. God bless you and stay strong.
Okay. Okay. All right, Jonathan, clap that up. Clap that up. Clap that up. You have to clap that up. She's being inspirational to the people. Y'all better hear that message, he said, or else.
Anything else?
Well, technology, man. How you feel about technology? Is it like falling off, or is it like blowing up, like popularizing the future?
It's blowing up. It's blowing up a lot, but we don't really have it in the places that we would want to have it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that's all. But before we end this podcast, make sure y'all like this.
Uh-huh.
Y'all comment down below if y'all like this and what was your favorite part about this podcast. And subscribe to my boy Norview Justice. We need him to 200 subscribers.
200.
You know what? That's it. If we get to 200 subscribers, we will do
Over
a
our
face reveal.
channels.
Hold on, Tails. But if we get 200 subscribers, we will do a face reveal right there on camera. Okay?
Yeah.
Now do your
He's not a
intro.
snitch.
Do your outro, Jonathan.
That was my outro.
Wow. Well, that's all. And we will see y'all either tomorrow or Saturday.
Bye.
Peace.